Avengers Endgame just released on digital a few hours ago, along with tons of deleted and alternate scenes, but even more excited for me for Endgame is the audio commentary by the Russo brothers, and with this comes several really cool reveals. One reveal and one major question I actually had leaving Endgame was answered in the audio commentary, that being how exactly did Tony Stark manage to pry all 6 of the Infinity Stones from Thanos in the finale of Endgame, and how was he able to do it so successfully and so quickly, when it only appears as if he really grabbed the gauntlet at first. He didn't really have his fingers to scrape the stones off, but the Russo brothers actually have a really cool explanation exactly how Tony Stark managed this, and was able to get all of the Infinity Stones, forming a gauntlet of his own using his armor. In the audio commentary, the Russo brothers confirmed that the Mark 85 armor and the Infinity Gauntlet are made of the same material and the nanotechnology. Even more than this is the pinnacle of Tony Stark's intelligence, both within the Gauntlet and the Mark 85. With the Mark 85, Tony Stark feared that he would have to face the Infinity Stones yet again in battle, just as he did on the planet of Titan in Infinity War. This time though, he was ready, as he built an armor that could withstand the Infinity Stones, and as we saw, even wield them. We learned by the Russo brothers commentary that the Stark Gauntlet and the Mark 85 actually managed to communicate with one another, again as they're made out of nanotechnology and apparently can actually adapt slightly on their own, creating weapons and tools that Tony Stark can need at a moment's notice, without even having to think of it. Again, the nanobites actually seem to have sort of a mind of their own, so the Stark Gauntlet actually held full allegiance to Tony Stark and the Iron Man Mark 85 armor the entire time. And when Tony Stark grabbed the Stark Gauntlet and the Mark 85 communicated with one another, telling the Gauntlet to allow the Mark 85 to absorb all 6 of the Infinity Stones. And that is apparently how Tony Stark was able to pry the stones from Thanos so successfully and so easily in Endgame. Again, because it makes sense, he is the constructor of the Stark Gauntlet, and it makes sense that it would hold allegiance to him, again with the nanotechnology, which also explains why the Stark Gauntlet is able to change its form, just like the Iron Man Mark 85 can. I absolutely love this tiny detail, that in a sense, the Mark 85 was housed and built specifically for the use of the Infinity Stone, as we recently learned by comments by Robert Downey Jr. that the Mark 85 was meant to do its job in Avengers Endgame and nothing beyond that. Tony Stark sort of had a feeling that this would be his last battle, and therefore he designed the Mark 85 armor around that idea. This, in all honesty, is one of my favorite small little details in Avengers Endgame, and I love now that there's confirmation that Tony Stark did actually have somewhat of a connection with the Mark 85 and the Gauntlet. But what are your thoughts on this reveal? And stay tuned on the channel as we'll be discussing more reveals from the audio commentary and more as more news comes out about Marvel. We're super close to our goal of 250k, and at that goal we'll announce the winner of the Infinity War Hot Toy figure giveaway. The rules remain the same. All you have to do to enter is like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me below your favorite scene in either Infinity War or Endgame. Thank you so much as always for watching. Hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and have a great day.